Oh, God. Oh, I have been so exhausted all day today. I haven't been able to do anything. I have slept on the couch. I've basically gone from the couch to the bed, to the couch to the bed. Holy macaroni. I tell you, this round really kicked it out of me. And I'm in pain, but it's not like severe like it has been. It's constant, and it's just annoying. You can't sleep very well. Like, I sleep for like 20 minutes, half an hour maybe. Oops, sorry. But it's just, I think it's starting to peak. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, because the camera's way up here. I just noticed that. I'm such a dork. Anyway, yeah, it's, I'm exhausted, and I haven't done a damn thing all day. I am not kidding. I peed. That's the extent of my exercise. Oh, that's a lie. I walked down to the car and back after a big storm. I wanted to see the damage, and a few trees uprooted, and that kind of sucks. I like our trees, evergreen trees too. So anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm bored stiff, but I don't really, I don't know. I'm just done. I can't wait until this is all over with. Oh my God, 3 more rounds. I can't wait. Ugh. Like I said, it's not like it's kind of severe, but not really. It's not like it has been. But I have to admit, my stubble, this up here, it hurts when I go through chemo. Wish the damn stuff would fall out. It gets caught and everything. It hurts like a son of a gun. Anyway, I was tired. I hope tomorrow's a better day, because I've got appointments. But if I can't do them, I'm not going to. I don't care. I have a psychology appointment on the phone tomorrow, but if I'm not up to it, I'm just going to tell her I can't do it. I have acupuncture at 11, but I don't know if I'll be able to drive my car, so usually tomorrow is a bad day for me. After the first day after, I'm pretty pooped out. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I've taken some Dilaudid again. I'm just hanging out in my bed because I got sick of hanging out on the couch. I just want to kind of spread everything out. Anyway, that's about it. It sucks. Hasn't been a great long weekend for me. But it is what it is, right? It'll be over soon. Better be, because holy frig, this is becoming just incredibly insane. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Whoops. My phone's gonna slip. I'm trying to go. Peace out. Bye like a girl. Bye. Oops. Hey everybody. It's Wednesday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day to the people in the States. So I made it through my 3rd round of chemo. The bone pain wasn't as severe as it normally was, and I think it's something to do with the acupuncture that helped. But I'm trying a new product today. I went for my acupuncture today. I had to cancel yesterday because I was quite nauseated this time around. And extreme fatigue. Like, not just fatigued, extreme. Like, I couldn't get out of bed for 2 days. I slept and slept and slept and slept and slept. It was craziness. But you know what? It's what I needed, so that's what I did. Anyway, I went today and I decided to try this Ancient Minerals Magnesium Oil. I just read on the internet that it's almost like instant pain relief. What's going on, what I find, and I never reported on this before, and I guess I should have because it is part of the whole process. Today, like on this day, So I get infused on Thursday. Friday I'm okay. Saturday I'm okay. Saturday night the side effects start. Sunday they happen. And we're finding Monday now as we get further into it, Monday. And a little bit on Tuesday as well. And today I've had some, excuse me, I've had some little bits of pain, like little shoots of pain and stuff like that, but nothing is severe. I take a couple of Tylenol just to kind of cover it, to make sure it doesn't get so severe. Anyway, what I have found the last two infusions, I don't really remember the first one. I remember having heart palpitations the first time around, but I don't remember these stitches. I get these stitches in the right side. It's basically right underneath my underarm, straight down, like straight down in here, into my breast, underneath my breast. Sorry you had to see that. But it's like right in the rib cage. And I actually experienced that, not this past February when I got sick, but the February before. And I had talked to my doctor about that. And we figured that it was because of pulmonary embolisms. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I can't really, I put this stuff on my hands, so I can't touch my eye. Yeah, so I went and I talked to her about that because I was a little bit concerned that I remember leaving work one day and being at the corner, and after coming down the hill, it was really quite cold, and like breathing in it, ooh, like feel a stitch there. That's what I call it, a stitch, almost like a growing pain. It feels like a little spasm. I would get them every now and again, but nothing severe or anything like that. But I still, talked to her about that, and she said that it could be from the pulmonary embolisms. Never in a million years did we ever think it would be linked to what I'm going through now. And I kind of wonder now, and not that it's her fault, she doesn't know. She did an x-ray on me right away. But neither here nor there. I just noticed that the pattern here is that I have my chemo on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I start the side effects Sunday, Monday. They peak. Tuesday, I'm starting to come down on Wednesday, which is today. I get for a day, maybe 2 days. Can't remember last time because last time was so bad. It was like everything happened last time. But I find that this day on Wednesday, whatever day this is, the 6th day, I get these little stitches. I also noticed the last time I was getting heart palpitations, my heart racing. And of course, chemo is not good for your heart. It can bring on a heart attack. Now, the last time around, I remember I had finished eating dinner. I'd done the dishes and I went to sit outside. I had jaw pain that was just immense. I had to take Advil and my heart was racing and I just was like, holy shit, am I having a heart attack? I don't think I did. But anyway, I just found it to be a pattern. I just put some of this magnesium oil because someone had mentioned to me that maybe because if I've been flushing out my system, which of course I did for the first few days, because I'm so thirsty due to the high blood sugars. I'm constantly drinking and going to the bathroom. That perhaps maybe my magnesium and potassium levels, like my electrolytes, are a little low. That could be causing these pains. So I just put on some magnesium on here. I put it on my legs. I can feel it because it's a little itchy, which I don't think is a allergic reaction because it's not really. I put it on before I even started on here. But yeah, it just is interesting, and it will be interesting to see. I'm hoping that this magnesium oil, it might be my miracle cure. Because we bought the CBD infused stuff and the lotion and the salve, and I'm sorry to say it did nothing for me. Everyone said, yeah, try it. So we spent a shit ton of money on that, and it did nothing for me at all. But needless to say, Rich is going to try and use it to see if it'll work for him. It didn't work for me at all. So I'm hoping that this magnesium thing is going to work. That would be, oh my God, that would be awesome if it did, hey? So I have to chalk that up to my acupuncturist because that's where I got this from. Oak Tree Chiropractic Clinic. Can't say enough about them, good things about them. I couldn't make it to my appointment yesterday, and that was not a problem. I mean, I am a special circumstance because of the cancer and the chemo and stuff, but I went today, and I'm going to go tomorrow because they made an exception to have me go tomorrow. Yeah, if I know I keep promoting them, but I'm not kidding you when I say that they actually really, really flipping care about you. It's not about the money. I can't stress that enough. And I'm not just saying that. I wouldn't say it. If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't promote them if I didn't believe in it. I'm not kidding you. My neuropathy was starting this morning in my feet, and they're fine. They're fine. Like I said, I've had a little bit of bone pain today, but I'm not kidding you. We're going to see after the next infusion if it's super bad. But this time, what had happened is that the bone pain was a dull roar. It wasn't severe where I was like so like I was crying in pain. It wasn't like that this time. It was a dull roar where it was constant, but it was just like a throb, like a headache, a constant headache for days. That's what it felt like. So, I mean, it was a pain in my butt and frustrating, but nowhere near what it was the last two times. So the only thing that was different is I did acupuncture. Listen to me. I'm all hyper. I actually felt good today. I went out to Costco. I went out, I walked around, and, I haven't been able to do that before. So, I mean, that's just me. But it's not going to happen. Like me, I was a special case. My neuropathy went away after my first treatment. It's the same as any holistic medication. It needs to build up. So you need to do it 2 or 3 times, okay? And trust me, oh my God, I can't say it enough. It is worth the money. If you were in severe pain, and I was in severe pain last time, you guys know because I recorded it and it was horrendous. This time it's different. Oh, and my chemo made me break out on my nose. I couldn't believe it. It was like an attack of the acne. Boom. I felt like a teenager. But whatever. I don't care about that. So, I mean, right now I've been, talking to you for 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. And I probably put this magnesium infused oil on a minute before I came on. And I'm not kidding you. I feel no pain. I am not kidding you. I feel no pain. Holy shit. I'm going to have to go tell Rich I feel no pain. Yay! Sorry. Holy God. Well, we're going to see if these things spasm. If this right side of my chest, because it's been spasming. Oh, sorry. I'm so excited. It has been spasming. Is that right? Whatever. You know what I mean. It's been having a spasm attack for the last couple hours. It started around noonish. So if that stops, I will be back. I will be back regardless tonight to let you know if it stopped or not. But I have no pain in my legs. None. And I had a little bit of pain before I put this on. Holy God, I got to go tell Rich. It worked. So, I mean, if you're working out and you're in pain and stuff, forget the emu gel or Voltaren or whatever. I'm not kidding. It's like $20. It's worth it. Hey, and if you need it, I'll get it for you and send it to you. Ultra Pure Concentrated, easy topical spray. It might work for back pain too. I'm gonna have to tell Donna Bell. I don't know if you tried it, but I know that you have some back issues. I don't know if it'll work. I'm sure you can get it online, but if you can't, let me know. I'll send it to you. Honey, my legs don't hurt. I put it on 10 minutes ago? I have no pain. Yeah, I know. Okay, bye guys. Peace out. Fight like a girl. Yay! Betty. It's Wednesday night, about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I think about 10 o'clock. Oh my God, it is so hot. I'm sure everybody is feeling this heat. Look at my face. I'm so red. I even have a water bottle, frozen water bottle, behind my head. One thing with chemo, your body temperature isn't regulated very well. So it's kind of weird. Sometimes when it's really hot out, you're cold. And when it's really cold out, you're super hot. Today it's pretty normal, but it's really up there. It's like super hot. I haven't stopped sweating all day. I can't get comfortable, and I'm very irritable when I'm really hot, even on a good day. So, like, look how red my face is. That could be from being outside. I put some laundry out. Oh, anyway, um, I had to close my bedroom to get my. There's an air conditioner in my bedroom, and I closed my bedroom door so that it will be ice, ice, ice cold when I get in there tonight because I can't sleep when it's hot. Anyway, I just thought I would update you. The magnesium oil worked, both on my side and my legs. When I wiped it off, it stopped working. Interesting. So note to self, it says on the bottle to put it on for 20 minutes and then wipe it off or keep it on. I thought I left it on for about an hour and a half, an hour. I think about an hour. Anyway, whatever. And then I wiped it off just because it does get a little itchy. And then, of course, in the heat and stuff like that, it wasn't that great feeling. But it felt fine, like it worked and everything. But it just, the actual feeling on my legs of that sticky, greasy, and it's, because it's magnesium, it's a little bit salty as well. So anyway, I ended up by wiping it off. And as soon as I wiped it off, I had a little bit of pain, which I have a little bit of pain right now. But I was just out looking for my Hannah Banana, who wouldn't come in, and we were all over the neighborhood. And sometimes it's a little bit too soon for me to be walking any long kind of distance. Probably tomorrow will be better. And Rich and I are going to go for a walk tomorrow night. So anyway, that's about it, I think, for now. I am going to do a blog post about certain products. For instance, the magnesium oil, the gingins, certain things that I've found that seem to work, and it'll be a specific post, kind of combined into one. Other than that, I think that's about it. I'm pretty tired. I was sitting outside in the back, enjoying some of the summer heat, working on a little project that my mother-in-law had, this little porcelain garden doll type girl. Anyway, I don't know what to call her. Anyway, I just fell in love with her. I love her. She when Donna got her, oh, I was just like, oh my God, I totally want that. Anyway, my father-in-law decided we talked to him and he gave it to me, and I was really quite touched by it because now I have a piece of Donna in my garden. So every time I walk up, I'll be reminded of her, and that's kind of nice. However, her bonnet had been gotten broken, so I'm putting the bonnet back on. I'm gluing the bonnet back on. And that's my little project right now that's keeping me busy, which is great. Yeah, there's a few things I actually want to blog post about. I'm going to have to go over the ones I did last week because I don't know if I talked about CPP disability and all that bunch of stuff. Because I want to do a blog post specifically for that. Oh, see, it says 9:14 on my TV, but that's not the time on my Android box. Like on my Android box it is, but in real life it's actually 10:15 because I didn't change the time. So, yeah, so anyway, I want to do certain blog posts about that people don't know about, what's out there and things like that, and that'll be coming up. Like I'm trying to do specific blog posts and things, so we'll see. Tomorrow I have acupuncture again. I'm assuming it's going to go well because it seems to be doing quite a nice job so far. Other than that, brain fog. It's not chemo fog, I would say, just yet, but I do stutter a lot and I'm sure you've seen it in my blog post where I've been trying to say words and I just forget them and blah, blah, blah. Well, I did that again with Rich tonight. We're in the kitchen and I said, oh, let's go sit outside. And, after dinner, we sit outside and we just have a little talk and spend some time together and, just, and I said to him in the kitchen, oh, come outside and I have something to tell you. It's like it's a conversation piece. Well, crap, I get out there and do you think I can remember what the hell it was? I still can't to this moment remember what the hell it was I wanted to talk to him about or tell him. And I know everyone says, well, it mustn't have been that important. Well, you know what? Even if it was important, I don't think I'd remember. So I have to start writing things down, or I'm going to have to start playing my brain games more to kind of keep me more alert, like more memory stuff, because holy mac, that's bad. And I could understand if I was at work and had a lot of things on my mind, but I don't. I do have all the cancer stuff on my mind, but it's kind of becoming part of the daily routine and it's a part of my life now, right? So, it's still there, and yes, it still bugs the crap out of me, but, whatever. Not whatever. You guys know what I mean. It's a pain in the ass. I hate it. I wish it wasn't happening, but it is, so, suck it up, buttercup. So yeah, I really wish I remembered what it was, because I was like, oh, he says, oh, it's probably some gossip. And I'm like going, yeah, I don't think so, because there's nothing to gossip about other than me. But anyway, I'm sure, watch, it'll come to me in the middle of the night. I'll wake up and go, oh, blah, 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 and pass back out. Anyway, that's about it. Oh, the other thing too is like, I have to start like making lists. Now I had to start making lists before any of the cancer things started. That was just, but I think that was because I was very overwhelmed with life in general. And I make lists like, grocery lists and things like that, because I get out there and you start picking everything up, and then the one thing that, or the two things or the three things that you actually wanted, you totally forget. So, but I find that now, like I went to the dollar store, because the dollar store has this Hawaiian punch stuff. It's those little sachets of flavored water crystals or whatever. So I found I don't mind the tropical punch, it's fine. But they have this grape one, or the purple one, purple whatever it is, explosion or whatever. Oh my God, it's so good. So I bought some, and I thought, well, I'll try it and see. Sure enough, it was fantastic. Well, none of the dollar stores around here have it. I got to go out, I think, to Orleans to get it. Well, every time I go out there, do you think I remember? No, of course not. So I wrote it in my message, my notebook here. Right in here. I have it in my phone now. I have, like, movies to watch, TV shows to watch that are new, grocery lists. Everything is in this grocery list app I have. It's fantastic. So, anyway. I'm tired. I think I'll head up. It's a little bit, the Hanny thing really, because we were looking for about 45 minutes, and I was getting a little bit worried because, well, when I don't know where my kids are, I worry because of the whole coyote incident that we had a couple years ago. And anyway, I'm always on red alert for that. So even when I get up in the middle of the night, I come downstairs, I look at both, like, all my windows and stuff, see, and I just stop and I watch to see. Oh, one great thing that happened today, Maxie was gone yesterday all day, and I always worry about Maxie. To a degree, because Maxie is a big survivor. He knows the ropes out there in the world. He's like the street kid. But nonetheless, I still worry about him when he doesn't come home for a night or two or three. And he didn't come home. He went out Sunday. He didn't come home Monday. Right? No, he went out Monday. Yeah, something. He was missing a day, so he didn't come home Monday. And I can go out looking for him, but I tell you, this kid has the biggest path that he goes. We have a farm that's like in the middle of the city. It's way the heck up by PetSmart. It's like, 4 blocks or so. He goes up there, man. He hangs out with all the girly barn cats, thinking he's all hot and everything. And then he goes over and down by you can't see me. I'm pointing. He goes over to the park way down there, and then he goes to the other park over here. People have seen him like way the heck up by Max Milk and stuff. He's all over the place, this kid. He's like a wanderer. So I could go out and yell for him, but he's not going to hear me if he's way the hell, 5 miles that way. So I always worried about him because, like, when I used to take the bus in the wintertime, I would see him coming down the street, like, right by where I take the bus. So I knew he was coming from the barn. Well, that was the path, one of the paths of the coyotes, because a lady had told me she saw this coyote going down that street. I was like, shit, man. So whenever I'd see him, I was at the bus, I'd pick him up and run home. And if I missed the bus, well, I'm always an hour early anyway, so who gives a shit? So I'd bring him home. He'd freak out the whole way too, because I'd be running. Anyway, so he showed up this morning. I got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he was sitting on the front step waiting for me. Usually he's in the back on the chaise lounge or on the back deck box, but this morning he was out front on the front step, so he must have been pretty darn hot. So it was so good to see him, and he hadn't been fighting. He was actually looked like he'd been in the hedge and stuff, hanging out in the hedge for a while. But whenever he comes home, I'm so happy to see him. I am. Maxie's story is just so horrendous in my book. Not as horrendous as some, but somebody got him as a kitten, thought he was really cute and everything, and then they threw him out. You know, like a lot of people just toss their cats out. It's not a kitten anymore. Oh, he has to go get fixed. You know, toss him out. And I remember him being around the neighborhood, and he was a real tough guy. He was really tough, because Sam was alive when Maxie was here. And there was this other little boy that he used to hang out with. We called him Antonio. And I see him every once in a while, and I thought maybe they were like brothers or something, you know. But they weren't. Antonio has a home, and anyway, I think that this guy came from another house that was over there. The people have since moved away. And anyway, when somebody put a collar on him. I guess these people put a collar on him when he was a kitten. Max is a big boy. He's got a big head. He's big. Like, he's got girth, man. Like, he's a big boy. He's rock solid. So a couple of years ago, just before I got diagnosed with my cancer the first time, that summer, it was in August, I'd seen Maxie around the neighborhood a million times, right? And he was like, you could tell, and I've seen this many times, that they're all strong and boisterous and all this, that, and the other thing, you know, that all this in a bag of chips. But then they kind of get weathered, and they don't get to eat, and they get beaten up, or they've been in a fight, and you know, it's constantly fighting and stuff like that. They're stray, or they're starting to become feral. And that's what was happening with him. He was starting to become a little feral. You could still approach him, so he wasn't 100% feral. More stray than feral, but still he was heading that direction. So anyway, I was telling Rich about this tonight, because I tend to reminisce quite a bit. And anyway, so Maxie was starting to get closer to me, and we used to yell at him because he used to go after the girls, because he was quite the ladies' man, and he was brutal. So he knew, like, hey, and he'd take off, and it's like, shit. So he came around the back patio, and he was like looking pretty messed, and he'd been in a fight, and it was hot, and he's black, right? There was a little bit of white on his tummy and a couple of little white spots, but he's black. And he was just looking really, really tired, like really spent. So I started feeding him. Marissa's like, don't feed him, because he'll be here forever. And I'm like, I can't do that, man. He's starving. You could tell he was starving. He had worms. We found that out after. But anyway, so I just got some canned food, and I just kept putting a little bit into a plate, and he was eating it. And he wouldn't let me go near him and stuff. Eventually he was like letting me go near him. Hi, Hanny. The little girl that was out all night, freaking out her mom and dad. So anyway, he had this collar, and the collar was actually embedded in, like, his skin was starting to grow over the collar and make it a part of his body, right? I know it was fucking disgusting. So I kept feeding him a little bit of canned food, and he was starving. And I had a pair of scissors. No, I didn't cut his head off. And he would let me touch him, and then he'd back away, and then, you know. So finally, like, after a while, and it was not in one day. It was in the course of a few days. But anyway, he got used to me, and that's what I had to do. And then I got the scissors. I always had the scissors with me just in case he let me. So finally it got to the point where he would come for food, and I would feed him, and I'd feed him a little bit at a time, and he'd let me touch him, and I'd pet him and stuff. Then I got the scissors underneath the collar, and I cut the collar. And the collar slid off him, like underneath the skin. Oh, it was gross. And the poor guy just stood back, and he looked at me, and I'm like, and we had already called him Max by then. And I was like, "Are you okay, buddy?" And he's just like looking at me like, "Holy God, thank you." And then I gave him a whole bunch of food at that point because, and what I just took my fingers and I just rubbed on his neck right where the collar was. And he was just like, after that, this kid was my kid. I could touch him. I could pick him up. Anything I wanted. I am not kidding you. He came into the house. He didn't freak out. He listens to me, like now, of course. But even back then, like he would get a little bit fresh and say, "Hey, no freshness. These are your sisters. You don't do that. Don't be a jerk. You listen. No fighting." That's the big thing. No fighting. There's a little cat that came around tonight. His name's Louie. Cute as a button. Oh, man. Him and Cisco. I would adopt Louie in an instant. But he belongs to somebody else, and I wouldn't do that to somebody else. But, God, he's so cute. And they know. We've talked to them, and that, they're buddies. So Louie met Max tonight. Max is like, "Who the hell are you?" And I'm like, "Maxie," like, "no fighting. Louie's a friend. Louie's a friend." I swear to God, he listened to me. I know I'm talking about my cat for like 20 minutes, but they're my kids. So anyway, yeah, it's amazing, this guy. Amazing what happened to him, where he was to where he is today. He comes in here, he sits up on that scratch post right there. That's pretty much his bed, and he has a bed over here too, and a bed downstairs. He comes up there and he gets because he's, he roams the whole neighborhood, and he passes out and his feet are up in the air, and it's funny as heck. And to know that he feels that comfortable being here, that safe, that he has that, warms my heart. It just makes my day when I see that this poor guy was just left out in the cold, and he was around for a couple winters. And what we did, because he likes to go out in the winter. He's better now. He stays in a little bit more now. But we built shelters for him. Rich built shelters for him. A couple of them. The last one was awesome. Like he used them. He's not stupid, right? And I just love him. Anyway, that's the story of Max. I didn't mean to go into all that great detail, but it is my kid. We talk about our kids like, we love our kids. We talk about them. People don't care. But you know what? Maybe someone will listen to my whole story. I don't know. One day someone will, anyway. So that's about it. 18 minutes, 19. Anyway, I'm going to go. Just thought I'd let you know about that magnesium thing. And like I said, I'm going to do a blog post on all these products one day. I'm going to set them all out and, spend, hopefully not a super amount of time, but, some time talking about them because I honestly believe that they help. So anyway, I'm going to go. Peace out. Fight like a girl. Have a great night, guys. Bye.